Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Madden 26 Colts franchise. It's the 2026 offseason. Well, technically, it's still the end of the 2025 season. We finished with a record of 8-9, did not make the playoffs, had some ups, had some downs, a lot of downs. It was not good. As you can see, our team rankings down there, we were not a horrible offense. We were 9th in points per game, which really, that's all that matters is whether your offense can put points on the board. We had a lot of first downs. Offensive passing yards per game was 29th, but that's because our run game was first. It's pretty hard to have first in both categories, right? So we're really good at running the ball, and part of our passing attack is Anthony Richardson rolling out, and when there's no option to pass, he runs. That's perfectly, that's just the way it is. The real problem was on defense. We had a lot of problems stopping pretty much any team's passing game. There was only a few games where we actually defended the pass pretty well, which is really not good. We gave up 26.5 points per game, which is second to last in the league, and then we gave up 260 passing yards per game, dead last. And more so than how many yards we gave up, it was how many completions we gave up and the percentages of completions. I mean, we weren't deflecting anything. We were leaving receivers wide open. Ball was coming out quick. We weren't getting pressure. A lot of problems. Need a lot of upgrades to the defense. And that's what we're here to do. This is the offseason. This is where we go into free agency. We sign new players. We draft new players. We build a new team. We see the dev upgrades of the players that we worked and grinded for in the last, regular season. I'm really curious what dev upgrades we got. And I think we might get one right here or right off rip. Here we go. In the zone. This is the finale of the Tyler Warren season-long goal. Just wanted to reach out and talk about that goal we set back in mid-season when I had that shot. How are you feeling? On top of the world. I had an insane finish to the season. He had an insane season regardless. Definitely did. Everyone around the league is saying you've taken a huge step forward in your development. So did that do anything? Why didn't it say that he now has star dev? It gave him XP, but it didn't give him star dev? Or superstar dev? Nope. He's still just at star dev. That's incredibly disappointing. We hit our touchdown goal in the season thinking that there would be a dev upgrade, and instead it was just 4,500 XP. I mean, whatever. It's better than nothing, I suppose. First off, let's take a look at the playoff bracket that we missed out on. I showed you guys at the end of the last episode, but the Chiefs and the Packers have the 1 seed in the AFC and NFC. And if you guys look at a lot of these teams, you'll recognize them as teams that were on our schedule. We played 9 games versus playoff teams this past season. We played the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Texans twice, the Steelers once. That's 5. The Niners once, 6. Seahawks, that's 7, and then the Rams, that's 8, and the Chiefs, that's 9. That's part of the reason why we had such a hard season. We played against a lot of really good teams, and a common denominator in a lot of those teams is having a pretty good quarterback for the most part. You got Tua, who is good in Madden, much better in Madden than he is in real life. You got CJ Stroud, kind of the same thing. You got Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy. Sam Darnold in Madden's fucking nuts. Matt Stafford. It is what it is. We're going to see how the playoffs fare out. Leave your predictions right now. Who you think is going to be winning the Super Bowl. One thing that I realized we have not done in a hot minute is spend our ability points, our franchise points. We have 183, and I haven't spent them on shit, and I probably should. Some of these, training XPs for certain players. Actually, this could be useful during training camp and whatnot. Hiring tier 2 scouts. I actually found that there is one of these for hiring tier 3 scouts. We are going to purchase that. That's a lot of points. Going to cost a good amount. There's another one that we need to buy before that one, and that's this one, Camp Counselor. This thing is insane. Additional 100 rookie snaps for gold medals in training camp. 2 times XP boost for training camp minigames. 4 times XP boost for training camp minigames, and then a 5% boost to dev trait upgrade odds. This is insane. We have to have this for this offseason, and we have to fully upgrade it. Without a doubt, it's going to be crucial to really making sure our team is really, really good going into next season. I would have had enough points if I didn't just buy the one if I didn't buy this one. Dude, it's hard being this stupid. All right, we might still get the points, maybe. If not, at the very least, we may not need the dev upgrades. At least we get the XP boost. Okay, that's something. I showed you guys the mock draft. We're going to be talking about what we're going to be doing here. But first, let's go ahead. Our contract extended. Wow, look at that. 3 years and $5 million. Well, cool. Let's take a look at the team. Here's the squad as it sits. We still have Quentin Nelson on IR. He had a 6 to 10 week foot fracture that had him out for the last half of the season, last third of the season, I would say. He's still injured. He will be ready for next season. Offensive line was definitely a bit of an issue, especially earlier in the season. But then these guys got some morale boosts and some XP, and they started performing a lot better. Braden Smith is a player that we're going to be losing this offseason. We just can't re-sign him. I mean, we might look into it, but he's not interested. And generally, when a player is not interested, that means you just have to way overpay. He's 29 years old, going to be 30. I'd rather just either draft a tackle, which this is a really good tackle draft class, or sign someone as old but that's interested in us, so they're cheaper, or sign someone younger that's cheaper that could potentially be. Tyler Warren had an incredible year. Borderline offensive rookie of the year. We'll see. Maybe he wins those honors. Anthony Richardson actually had a pretty solid year. He did throw 20 picks. Obviously, that's mostly me. That's not necessarily him. And 6 of those picks came in 2 games. So, you know, if we eliminate those 2 games and we played a little better, would have been a bit better season. But he had 29 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns, over 4,000 yards total between passing and rushing. Great season. Jonathan Taylor, doesn't need to be said. The receiving core wasn't bad. Michael Pittman had a lot of clutch catches. Definitely a very useful receiver to have. Josh Downs, great underneath slot receiver. Outside of that, we really didn't have much of like a deep threat or like a reliable receiver. It was really just Tyler Warren and then Michael Pittman occasionally, and then Josh Downs and Jonathan Taylor as like kind of underneath, you know, drag kind of options. We need a deep threat playmaking wide receiver. So now we have 2 priorities in offseason, a new right tackle and a deep threat wide receiver. I know we want to focus on defense, but we can still do that. We can still do that. Speaking of the defense, let's take a look at the defense. We have a lot of pieces here that are good and set, and we don't need to replace. The entire D-line is going to be coming back. They're only getting better. They didn't have an amazing year, but it wasn't a horrible year. I think we put up like 40 sacks, which is in the top 10 or something like that, or top 15 at least. We weren't terrible, although it didn't feel like they were getting enough pressure. Grover Stewart, DeForest Buckner, likely to regress a little bit, but they're still going to be 90 overalls-ish. Worth keeping on the team. Tui Muliluliloli and Latu didn't have crazy good enough of a season that I think either will get a dev upgrade, but, you know, we'll get them boosted up. They're getting up there. We need to try to get them up to like the 85, 90 kind of range. Travarius Ward had a decent season. Jalen Jones had a pretty good season, but no dev upgrade. Nick Cross, we got a dev upgrade. He had an amazing season, and we really need to re-sign him. So that's another offseason priority. We tried to sign him during the season. It didn't work. Now, because it didn't work, we're going to have to kind of overpay him a little bit to keep him. He's not interested in staying, but I'm very interested in keeping him. So I'm willing to overpay him and give him a long, long deal. He's only 23 years old, and he's an 82 overall already. Cam Bynum going to stick with the team. Jalen Carlisle, we got up to star dev and up to an 80 overall. I think he started the season at like a 70 overall or even a 69 overall. Had a great season. Might get a dev upgrade based on how well he played. Jack Thompson was someone we acquired in the midseason mark after Zaire Franklin got hurt. Zaire Franklin is still on the team. He's maybe someone we would look to release or trade. We'll see. Christian Harris we signed in free agency just off of the practice squad of some team, I think. He actually performed really, really well. Interested in keeping him if we can. But we'll see. We'll see on all those guys. Special teams is whatever. Honestly, I would love to get a new kicker and a new punter. These guys both kind of suck. Actually, Riley Patterson wasn't bad, but he's not good. And Rigoberto Sanchez is just not good. Not very good. Yeah. Okay, so the big needs that I want here for this offseason is a tackle, an offensive wide receiver. It's just a deep threat, just someone that I can every now and then take a shot down the field with, because we really didn't have that. We have it with Pittman every now and then, but he does not get enough separation. That's not his archetype. He's not a deep threat receiver. He's a physical receiver who's meant to just win 50-50 balls and make tough catches. I want someone that can just get open, flat out open. So we'll see. Take a look at the stats, I guess, on the season. I showed you guys some of these, I think, but here's Anthony Richardson final season stats. 3,300 yards, pretty solid. 29 touchdowns, very good. 20 interceptions, very not good. However, he did not throw the most interceptions in the league. That award goes to a one and only Justin Fields. Justin Fields actually threw, I think, 27, if I remember looking. Look at this. 27 interceptions. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So, obviously, we want to cut down on those interceptions. Most of those were me just trying to do too much in games that we were way behind and struggling. 89.5 passer rating is not horrendous. It's certainly not good, but it's not, like, terrible. And Anthony Richardson will be staying on the team as long as I can keep him. He's a great quarterback in Madden, especially. All of his accuracies are up in the 80s now. His throw power is like 96. He's obviously very athletic and can run. I'm keeping him. He's our quarterback going forward. Jonathan Taylor, amazing year. Led the league in rushing, 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns. He did have some problem fumbling the ball. I'm not going to lie. He fumbled way too many times. Kind of pissed me off. DJ Giddens also had a very good year. Anytime he would step in when JT was taking a breather, he would pretty often break off a good run. He had a couple of like 50-yarders. Yeah, he had a 45-yarder and like another 40-yarder. Only one fumble. Did have 4 touchdowns. 6.3 average. He actually averaged more yards per carry than Jonathan Taylor. Doesn't necessarily mean he's better. I think it's just certain scenarios. But pretty good. Ellis Jones Jr. is someone we just signed as our third running back after we got rid of that bum Khalil Herbert. He sucked. Get him out. Ellis Jones Jr. was okay. Maybe we'll keep him. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Receiving, Tyler Warren. Incredible rookie season. 1,000 yards receiving and 12 touchdowns. Hitting his season goal. Maybe offensive rookie of the year. We will see. Pittman Jr., decent year. Only 45 catches, but for 700 yards. A couple touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor had 9 receiving touchdowns. He was pretty critical in the red zone, regardless whether he was running the ball or getting thrown the ball. And that's not just like screens. That was like little flat routes and sometimes lining up at wide receiver. Josh Downs had 4 touchdowns as well. Not a lot of yards, but he was pretty reliable when you needed him. Mo Alley Cox wasn't too bad. We actually did already re-sign Jelani Woods. And that was kind of before I realized he'd only had 6 catches. But he's just a depth piece. He's just a solid, decent, young enough tight end that I want to keep on the team. Mo Alley Cox may come back. It just depends on regression. Blocking, we only gave up like 16 sacks. Pretty good blocking on the year. Aside from run blocking was kind of shaky, especially in the beginning of the year. Defense, Jalen Carlisle. 124 tackles, 21 TFLs. This guy's a menace to society. 3 sacks is not bad for a linebacker. 3 interceptions. Could have been better, but we only had 6 total interceptions the whole season. He was half of them. We just could not. That's what I'm saying. When people were throwing the ball against us, we could not get a hand on the ball. We couldn't pick anything off. We were never in position to deflect the ball, never in position to pick it off. So rarely. I feel like we didn't have any interceptions the last like 7 weeks of the season. It was absurd. Cam Bynum, decent year. Travarius Ward, okay year. He did have 8 pass deflections. Jalen Jones had 12. So that was pretty decent for those two. Nick Cross had a pretty good year. And then we go to the D linemen. Let's just go to sacks, I suppose. Forrest Buckner, 25 TFLs is insane. 10.5 sacks, double-digit sacks. Grover Stewart, 20 TFLs, 7.5 sacks. 7.5 sacks for him is really good because he's more of a run-stopping D tackle, so that's pretty good. Tui Muli Luli Luli actually did have 5.5 sacks and 18 TFLs. That's actually not, that's pretty good. The TFLs are crazy. Latu had 17 TFLs, but only 3 sacks. Meh, is what it is. All right, not much more to talk about with that. Those are the season stats. I think, without further ado, it is time to advance a week and see how these playoffs progress and see how things go as we move fully into the off. Looking at the playoff bracket, Dolphins beat the Bills. That's kind of crazy. Ravens over the Chargers, not too crazy. Texans over the Steelers, not too crazy. 49ers over the Bucks, not too crazy because the 49ers are just OP in this game. Bears over the Seahawks, pretty surprising. Caleb Williams having an insane, and Eagles over the Rams, not super surprising there. Some upgrades, nothing for us to do here. We're just advancing week by week. Tyler Warren with the upgrades. We're going to give him, just keep going vertical threat. Keep going vertical threat. We need to be able to stretch the field more on offense. Whole bunch of upgrades. There we go. Love that. Beautiful. And, do we have our injuries back yet? I think the IR is just bugged. I literally can't bring these guys back. There was one time where I saw it say yes to return from Zaire Franklin, and I could have done it, and then I didn't do it. And then I think we advanced a week, and it bugged. I don't know. On to the conference championship games. No more work to be done here. Who's in the AFC Championship? The Texans and Dolphins. The Dolphins are fucking popping off. Now I don't feel so bad losing to them in the season opener. They're insane. And the Texans are also in the AFC Championship. We beat them twice. They didn't sit any starters either. We beat them twice. We were 2 of their only like 5 losses of the whole season. Wow. And over in the NFC, Eagles and 49ers. I mean, those are the 2 teams that have been representing the NFC for the past like fucking 7 years outside of the Rams, I guess. Not surprising. I think there's nothing more for us to do. Do we randomly get more ability points? No, we have 48. We need 12 more ability points. On to the Pro Bowl. I forgot about the Pro Bowl. I forgot because it used to actually be a game you could play in Madden. They should bring that back just for Madden. I'm really actually kind of surprised that they didn't. Ooh, who's in the Super Bowl? Dolphins, Eagles, Super Bowl. What? Okay, Dolphins, Eagles, Super Bowl. Okay, Pro Bowl roster. Do we have anybody in the Pro Bowl? We have no quarterback. We have Jonathan Taylor in the Pro Bowl as halfback 1. Best running back in the AFC. Wide receivers. Do not have any wide receivers. Tight end. We do have Tyler Warren in there with Travis Kelce. No linemen. Edge rushers. No edge rushers. D tackles. No D tackles. Linebacker. No linebacker. Cornerback. No cornerback. Free safety. No. All right. Just Jonathan Taylor made the Pro Bowl for us. And Tyler Warren. I forgot. Tyler Warren too. Player recognition. What is this? Yeah, we ain't playing for that.
But some individual hardware is pretty nice to end a season with too. Today, one of their players.
Oh, is this Pro Bowl recognition? Is that a dev upgrade potentially? Or at least some XP? Just saw your message as I was walking by. How's it going? Seeing everyone celebrating this week, I was looking back at all the great performances this year, and well, let's just say Jonathan Taylor had an incredible year, and I'd like to do something special for him, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know why, but looking at that guy's face, it's just how I imagine him talking. Agree. We've had a much different offense without him. He deserves a recognition for sure. I want it to be flashy, something he can flex, show up to the guys. That's really what I'm trying to think about. I'm sure Jonathan will appreciate whatever you come up with. He accomplished a lot this year. Like a bunch of XP. Whatever you need me to pitch in for, good idea, coach. I guess just a bunch of XP, huh? Alrighty. Let's advance forward yet another week to the Superb Owl. Did your teachers ever make that joke in school? Almost every single one of mine always did. Who's ready? What do you call? I don't even know what the joke is. I just know the punchline is Superb Owl. All right, yearly awards. Please just show me a couple of my... Nowhere in the conversation for MVP. I'm surprised Jonathan Taylor didn't even get some votes, but it is a quarterback. It is a quarterback award generally. Definitely not coach of the year. We did not have a good enough year. AFC, Jonathan Taylor, 3rd in offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year, nowhere in the conversation. Offensive rookie of the year, no. Cam Ward beat out Tyler Warren. I have more legacy score than him. I'm better. Defensive rookie of the year, Tui Luli actually made top 5. I don't know if you maybe if you get on this ranking, you actually get something. I don't know. Best QB, not even in the conversation. Obviously, best running back, best wide receiver, no. Best tight end, best O-line, Quentin Nelson, baby. He might go to X Factor. He might go to X Factor. Best D-line, not even in the conversation. Best linebacker, Jalen Carlisle, 2nd. Oh, that's an award I was hoping he would get. Best DB, not in the conversation. Best kicker, 2nd, Riley Patterson. And that is it. That's going to be it. Got some upgrades here. This is probably Jonathan Taylor's upgrades for his XP. Keep putting points into power back. I want him to be untackleable. That's what I'd like. He is Superstar X Factor. Let's go. That is so huge. That is so huge. Please tell me we could give him Freight Train. Max security. That's so he won't fumble, which to be fair, that motherfucker was fumbling all the time. There it is. Freight Train. We're giving him Freight Train ability. When Freight Train ability is active, you just cannot bring him down. It's actually insane. It's actually so insane. It's so OP. We're keeping it. I think that's our team's first X Factor. And I think now actually we can check our lineup and see any other dev upgrades. Tyler Warren up to Superstar. Huge. Awesome. Jonathan Taylor, Superstar X Factor, the first on the team. We take those. Defense. I need to see something. Show me something. DeForest Buckner up to Superstar X Factor. We'll take that. Christian Harris up to Star. Tarvarius Ward down to Superstar, or down to Star. That's not really what I wanted to see. DeForest Buckner being Superstar X Factor is definitely good. Definitely not mad about that, but Tarvarius Ward going down to Superstar kind of has me thinking he could potentially be a trade option, maybe. I don't have that much attachment to him. Let's advance and see who wins this Dolphins-Eagles Super Bowl. 2 Superstar X Factors on the team now. And Tyler Warren up to Superstar. We love that. 2025 season recap. The Eagles, back-to-back Super Bowl champions here in Super Bowl 60. Jalen Hurts, back-to-back Super Bowl MVP. Wow. 2025 retirements. Do we have any retirements? I doubt it, but it's possible. Aaron Rodgers retires after 21 years. We'll be seeing you, old man. Cam Hayward, gone. Wish he would have retired before we played him. Cooper Kupp retiring. That's kind of odd. Taysom Hill retiring. I didn't know Taysom Hill's only been in the league for 9 years. It feels like he's been in the league for Zach Ertz after 13 years. Kyle Van Noy, my boy, after 12 years. Gone. Stafford after 17 years. Gone. This might shake up the draft board heavily. Because now a lot of teams that didn't have, or that had quarterbacks, now need quarterbacks. Now you got the Steelers and Rams both on the board for QBs. Devontae Adams, gone. Adam Thielen, gone. Andy Dalton, that's a huge miss. Bye. So Wilson, now the Giants. I mean, they got Jackson Dart, so probably not. Trent Williams, gone. A.J. Dillon. Mo Alley Cox retires. Hey, Big Mo, appreciate you. Travis Kelce also retires. Appreciate you, Big Mo. Now we don't even have to think about re-signing him, which I almost definitely would have, just for the depth. Khalil Mack, gone. Lais Campbell, gone. Jordan Poyer, gone. Mike Evans, gone. Levante David. That's some big hitters right there on the Buccaneers, all gone. Crazy. Keenan Allen. Stephon Gilmore. He was once a Colt. And Joe Flacco. These are now free agents. Don't really care as much about those. Raheem Mostert, Austin Eckler. Just some of the other notable mentions. Coach Central coaching carousel. Did we lose coordinators? We also still need player abilities. Mock Draft 4 is here. Mock Draft 4 is here. Here's what they say, because in the last one, they had us drafting a potentially undrafted free agent at 13, which tells me that this guy is definitely a gem, and we have to grab him like in the 5th or 6th round, undoubtedly. Because we do want that D-tackle depth, and we want to have someone ready to step up when inevitably we either move off of or, they leave us or retire Grover Stewart, DeForest Buckner. Oh, Chris Love still projected to go number 1 to the Saints. Dylan Wolf projected still number 2 to the Jets. Montavious Tutt, a tackle that I don't have on my board because he is around 1 to 2 talent. Jeff Savage, I don't have any cornerbacks on my board. It's not necessarily something that we need. We have like 4. We actually have 5. We have 4 really good corners. 5 kind of. Corner could be something maybe I look at later in the draft or maybe in the offseason. But I'm pretty happy with the corners right now. It sucks a little bit that Charvarius Ward got downgraded to star. But, I mean, that's what happens when you play like shit. So, that's your own fault. Tremaine Evans. Top 5 projection. This guy does look pretty good. But we are not going to be grabbing a D tackle that high. Now there's a quarterback going to the Browns, Clayton Marshall, and then they're going to grab a left tackle to protect him. Me back, I'm a left tackle that I don't have on my board as well. Wardell Upshaw, Marvin Sajka, again, a tackle I don't have on my board because he's around 1 to 2 talent. Will Carmichael, this is someone I looked into. Doesn't look good enough for me to want to draft that receiver. Couple of corners, D tackle. They still have us taking fucking Trey Sierra. This guy has to be insane. He's a potentially undrafted free agent with like great to elite physicals and then B block shed, A finesse moves, B tackling, and like A awareness. He's definitely good, and I definitely have to grab him, but I'm not grabbing him at 14. That's insane. It tells me though he's probably a top 30 talent. It's a bunch of corners still. Another tackle that I might consider, but not at 13. Bryce Cook is the tackle that I was really looking at. He looks like the best out of all the left tackles to me, outside of the one that's probably projected to go really, really early. He's got A awareness, A impact, B pass block, B run block, elite strength, decent enough physicals everywhere else. He's just got A's and B's everywhere. He just looks really good. That's someone I consider taking. Lane Weber, maybe. Jeff Barton, haven't looked into him too much. Josh Cochran, this is someone I am dead set on us drafting no matter what. We are going to move back into the first round, potentially to take 2 players, and this is one of them that I feel like I just have to have. I need this linebacker in my life. 6'1", 226, 22 years old. A pursuit, E tackle, A zone, A man with elite to great everywhere. We have to see if those are all elite. If they're all elite, then it's a done deal. I have to get them. But A zone, A man, B tackle, A awareness, A catching, A pursuit, A stamina. I mean, this guy just looks insane. Block shedding is bad, but whatever. I don't care. And then the only other player that I was looking to draft is a wide receiver that's a projected round 1 talent, but they don't have him going in round 1 in any of the mock drafts. That's Terrell Basley. Terrell Basley is someone I've been looking pretty heavily into right here. He is a round 1 talent, deep threat receiver. D catching is not exactly inspiring, but C catch in traffic, A deep route, B release, elite to great speed, elite to great acceleration, and A spectacular catch. So, again, I don't need someone that catches over the middle of the field. I need someone that can catch a bomb, and this guy can catch bombs. That's what I want. Let's see if we know of any top 5 talents. I don't think we do currently. We really don't. We really don't know of any top 5 talents. Why did it organize it that way? This is what we're looking at so far. Between free agency and the draft, we have to take a good tackle, we have to take a deep threat wide receiver, and we have to take a good linebacker. Those are my needs. I'm dead set on Josh Cochran, though, so honestly, we don't need to look at a linebacker in free agency. Also, hopefully you guys enjoy yapping, because that's all this episode's going to be, is a whole lot of yapping. These are all practice squad guys, bro. What the fuck do I care? I guess technically they all go back to the active roster after the offseason, right? Because you're back to like 73-man rosters, whatever. Yeah, 75-man rosters. Okay, is there anything else left to do here? I don't think so. Let's advance to re-signing players. You are nervous! How many of you guys saw me on the DDE video? Daily Driven Exotics. If you guys are car guys and you know what I'm talking about, maybe you don't even know, and this is just a very niche reference. If you saw that video, you saw what I said. My dad just texted me. He said, watch your DDE video. Fuck you too. Staff improvement. What is this? Storyline. Staff improvement. Align with your staff for some upcoming bullshit. Thank you, Rich Eisen. Thanks for meeting with me. As we look forward to the upcoming season, I was hoping to get your opinion on how I can improve as a coach. Being a great leader is about the role you play in creating the identity of your team. On offense, we run the ball. I mean, on offense, we definitely run the ball. I don't think we should get away from that. We have an offensive weapon. We have good running backs, and we have AR. I think we run the ball. I do want to stretch the field more, but that comes off of play action and running the ball, sucking those safeties up, and then dumping it over top. However, there are a lot of ways I could impact the run game. What aspect should I focus on? I love running inside. You guys know that? I'm a big run in the inside guy. Because we have a rush between the tackles to control the tempo of the game. Only one way I know to do that. We need to get mean on the interior line. We do want to improve the interior line a little bit, but it's not as big of a priority for me, to be honest. They've developed enough where they're serviceable now, and I'm not like super butt salt. Butt salt? I'm not super butt salt. This is big. Players to negotiate. This is huge. We have one player that we tried to negotiate with, did not get him back, and I have to have him back. Have to. What do you pay now? 27 years old, 78 overall, star dev. He wants $11 million a year just to be a depth piece on our defensive line. Can't do it. Can't do it. Braden Smith. He only wants 15 mil for 1 year. 30 years old, but he's not interested in re-signing, so it's going to take more than that. I'm not going to do it, I don't think. Not going to do it. I want to look at my options in free agency. This just isn't a good fit for me right now. Not a deal I'm super interested in. This is the one. We can only franchise tag him? Oh, it's only 14 mil? For sure, we're going to franchise him for 14 mil. For sure. We're going to try to negotiate with him again. Anthony Richardson. Not that interested in re-signing with this. He is going to be back next season no matter what, but this is the season after that, the 5th-year option. I do think I'm going to pick it up because I don't want to risk not being able to grab him at the end of next year in case, he just doesn't like our re-sign options. I'm going to accept his 5th-year option. This is the quarterback I want to keep. $37 million for him might seem like a lot, and maybe it is. We'll see. I want to keep him on the team. Jack Thompson did regress. He was an 82. He's down to a 79 at 32 years old. He wants $7.8 million a year. He is interested. Maybe someone we could look into in free agency. Christian Harris. Not interested in coming back. If he was interested in coming back, this would be a definite bring back for sure. We do have $66 million in cap room. Could afford to overpay a little bit. We don't need Shaq Thompson. We really don't. We have Carlisle and we still have Zaire Franklin. Don't forget that. We still have Zaire Franklin under contract. However, Christian Harris, this doesn't look like a bad deal. It really doesn't look like a bad deal. Rodney Thomas, not interested. Daniel Jones, fuck no. Harris Campbell, nah, I'm good. Dagona Luby, nah, I'm good. Neville Gallimore, nah, I'm good. Isaiah Land, no. Ebukam, no. Negron, no. Taekwon Lewis, no. Ellis Jones Jr., not interested. And you ain't coming back. He also regressed. He was like a 70 overall, wasn't he? I don't know. Danny Pinter, no. Wesley French, hell no. He was terrible. Wesley French, get out of my face. McGovern, this guy wasn't bad. If he was interested in coming back, then I'd maybe pay him, but he doesn't want to. Riley Patterson doesn't even want to come back. We might have a new kicker next year. I'm not too upset about that. Riley Patterson was just a kicker. Not super worried about it. Christian Harris is someone potentially I'd want to bring back. My problem is I don't really know where he fits in because I want to draft another linebacker. I really do. I want to draft another linebacker. I don't know that he's really going to fit in. We're looking at pretty cheap, to be fair. $4.4 million a year for 5 years. I'd be willing to give him like a 3-year deal maybe. And we'll give him a 4-year. At 4.4, I'm comfortable with that. He doesn't take it. We'll see maybe we'll see maybe if in free agency there's more interest. The franchise tag for Nick Cross is happening. $14 million is definitely high for him because he only wants $25 million for 3 years, which is only $8 million. But I think in order to actually really get him, I would have had to have paid him $12 million a year anyway. And I just don't, I don't want to lose him. I really don't want to lose him. I really don't. This is like the one player on the team that I am super invested in keeping and developing, which is dumb. I mean, obviously I could try to get him in free agency, but there's just no guarantee. I'm franchise tagging him for only $14 million. We've got the money. No reason not to. The only thing that sucks about it is that it doesn't keep him, long term. Jack Thompson, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Braden Smith, I can't do it. Woody Pay, I cannot do it. That's going to be everything. That's going to be everything. Hey, listen, one thing off the checklist, check. Bring Nick Cross back next year at all costs. Check. Next year, it's going to go right back to the top of priorities. Re-sign Nick Cross for a long-term deal. We can start negotiating as soon as the season starts, so we're going to try. We might even be able to negotiate it right now, actually. I don't even know if that works. You might even be able to negotiate that right now. No, this is still going to show me the same ones. Maybe after this. Okay, is there anything else to look into? Don't think so. Let us advance to free agency. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm going to be honest with you. Combine results. This is big. This actually matters a lot. We only have 47 players. We actually need to pick up a lot of people. Although our overall only went down by 1 in offense and defense. This is pretty huge. Combine. Go to my favorites. Who ran the fastest 40 time? Terrell Basley with a 4.26 40. We got to bring this guy back. And hell, we may also even grab Marcus Jones or Justin Orelenis. All these guys I tagged for great to elite speed as well as great to elite acceleration. These guys are all very, very good. Attributes wise, what are they looking like? This screen is so poorly designed. It's one of the worst design things in this video game, dude. Like, I literally can't even look at my wide receivers. There we go. Now I can actually look at all my wide receivers. I have to go back over here, though. Terrell Basley is literally the only one that doesn't have, like, absolute dog shit ratings across the board. Like, this is bad. These are all, like, Fs. Yeah, it's just got to be Terrell Basley if I want a receiver in the draft. It just has to be him. I honestly might as well take the rest of these guys off my board, but they're so far down that it doesn't really matter. I want to go look at linebackers and see who the fastest linebackers are, because I want to try to user them. Fastest linebackers. It's Sam. We have Manny Colon. Could be someone we look to get. We do have him favorited. He actually has B block shed, B pursuit, C zone, elite speed, elite acceleration, C zone, C man. He's not bad. This could be someone we definitely take later in the rounds. Who else? Sorry, this is just so impossible to navigate because every time you click out of a player, you lose them. Dontello Burke, round 1 to 2 talent. A block shed, A tackle, B zone, elite speed, great acceleration, B zone, B to D man. We don't know the man yet. A play rec is very, very good, obviously. Well, it's good to see that I targeted the fastest players, and the 3 that I targeted are in fact the fastest. Josh Castro, also potential undrafted free agent. Physicals are not as good as the other guy, and the ratings are not as good. Now at Mike linebacker. D Cleary is the fastest at a 4.47. Very, very quick. A zone, elite speed, great acceleration. What is this change of direction? Change of direction is also great. This guy looks really good. B man, A zone, C play rec, C block shed. This could be someone we potentially pick up if we don't have an option that we like in the second round. Again, we just want more linebackers. Now it's time to look. Is Josh Cochran the fastest? He is indeed. Josh Cochran just looks so insane. We just got to get this guy. We got to get this guy. I mean, if you read his player notes, there's not a single one that's negative. Except for, I guess, lacks discipline resulting in avoidable penalty. This guy looks so good. Look at that. Elite acceleration, elite change of direction, elite speed. This guy has to be drafted. Just has to be drafted. He's the first in the linebackers of the Will linebackers. It's a must draft. Who are the fastest corners? Derek Chason. Not someone I'd really looked into, but got some good skills. And he's fast. I'll favorite him. Don't know if we'll get him, but I'll favorite him. Here's the other fast corner. A press, B zone, D man, B catching. Only good speed. Really, only good speed. I think that was the thing with the corners, is there was none with elite speed, which makes sense. I mean, if your fastest guy is running a 4.35, that's obviously great, but that's not elite. I wouldn't say this guy's elite speed-wise. Does it say he is? No, it says great. Luckily, we're not really in the market for a corner. Not a big deal. Of our favorites, who's the strongest? Don't know why this matters, but who is the strongest? Joey Gabriel is the strongest at left guard. And I am potentially looking into Trey Sierra, also among the strongest, potentially undrafted. This is the gem that we just have to get. We have to pick this guy up. He has a 35-inch vertical leak at 305 pounds, and he runs a 4.8. This guy's breaking my brain. This guy's unbelievable. This guy's insane. Has to be drafted. Absolutely has to be drafted. Oh, let's see who we got. I'm a little nervous. We do have $52 million looking for tackle, wide receiver, deep threat, and just anybody that looks like a good deal. To be honest. Anybody that looks like a good deal. No one is going to be interested in playing for us, which is really kind of disappointing. No one wants to play for us, except for Daquan Jones. Ryan Kelly wants to come back. That's actually kind of appealing. A little bit appealing. I'm going to be honest. That actually kind of is interesting. He would be an upgrade at center. Slightly appealing. Tyler Algier wants to come. Maybe a little bit too much money for me for what would end up being like a third string running back. Bradley Pinion wants to come punt for us. Something to keep an eye on. Ivan Pace Jr. 85 speed, 83 excel. Not the fastest linebacker, but he's a 25-year-old at 81 overall. I think Cochran will be close to that overall, and obviously he's only 22 and faster. Don't think this is someone we pick up. There is just nothing jumping out the screen at me right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Rondell Moore, 93 speed, 91 excel, wide receiver, only 26, 80 overall. Who's the most interested in us? Is it Ryan Kelly? Ivan Pace, Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin has 95 speed, 81 catching, 81 spectacular catch, 80 catch in traffic. Ryan Kelly is pretty interesting. Does he have other teams interested in him? I guess we don't see that yet, maybe? No, he has 0 teams interested in him. And this is something I might do just because we have the money. Just because we have the money, bring him in for at least a year and then reevaluate at the end of that year, but something interesting. I didn't know Matthew Judon was 34. Did not know that. Here's Rondell Moore once again. 93 speed, 92, 91 excel. Catching is good. Release and deep route release is not good enough. Not what I'm looking for. Who's got the best deep route release? George Pickens is in free agency. As is Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce we traded away at the end of last season because his contract was going to be up. Does have decent deep route release. Looking at this, Pickens is about the same, which makes me think he's not going to be that much of an impact player. He's not that fast. I think I'd rather draft someone than try to overpay one of these guys. It is interesting though. Alvin Austin, 95 speed, 96 excel. Could be worth trying. This right here could be one worth trying. He's not that expensive. Don't exactly need him. I'll offer him a team-friendly deal just because we have the money. I'm gonna fucking lowball the shit out of him, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I don't think anybody else is gonna want him. I'll offer him a 1-year, $4 million deal. Because he got no one else interested in him. It is what it is. All right, let's actually look here. Wide receiver. George Pickens is kind of interesting, but I don't like the speed. I'm really looking for someone super fucking fast. I really am. Really am looking for someone crazy fast is really all I want. That's what we've got with Calvin Austin. 97 speed for Kevontae Turpin. 30 years old, though. Catching is pretty poor, but what's his deep route and release? Not terrible, but not great. Who is this? They have really great release. DeAndre Hopkins. He is slow as piss. 78. Holy shit. He's one of the first wide receivers ever made. Tight end. We do need some tight end depth. We're not going to do that here. All right, what do we got at tackle? Obviously, any left tackle could be moved to right tackle. I think my rule for this is going to be if they're under an 80 overall, they need to be under 26. And if they're over an 80 overall, and if they're older than that, they got to be over an 80 overall. Like here at 79 at 27, this is just... I could draft someone that's close to this, probably. No one here that really speaks out to me. Left guard. Maybe one of these guys if I can get him cheap. Maybe. Center, Ryan Kelly. Obviously, I am quite interested in. I really am. I really am. What's the harm in offering him a 1-year deal right now? What's the harm in offering him? I know we're not going to be making any huge, big free agency moves. There's really no harm in offering this. We have enough cap space. I'm going to give him that offer. It's only a 1-year deal. It does improve our line. I think it's a no-brainer. At right guard. Smith. If he was interested and didn't have 16 other teams, half the league wants this guy. How the hell am I going to expect to get him? Not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Nothing else here appealing. Caleb McGarry is kind of interesting. Not going to offer him yet, but this could be something to keep an eye on. Again, he's over 80 overall, so I don't care really how old he is. He would just maybe step in for a year or two, and that would take a little bit of pressure off us to want to draft a tackle early in the draft. I'm not opposed to it, but I'd rather draft skill position players because I have more of a direct impact on how quickly they progress. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? Tyler Moton actually doesn't have anybody interested in him. He wants a lot of money, though. These guys kind of all suck. No one really stands out. D-tackle. I think we're going to be drafting that gem of a D-tackle. I don't see a need for D-tackle. No one here that really wows me. No one here that's wowing me. Sam linebacker is so... My God. Mike linebacker. Bobby Wagner. There's Shaq Thompson. Still interested. Well, wait. Wasn't he not interested in coming back with us? Or maybe he was, and I wasn't interested in paying him. Nakobe Dean is here. That's a potential. That's a potential. Kobe Dean could be a potential pickup. He's normal dev, but it's a potential. This guy is interested. He's interested. I feel like we should try to get him. We should try to get him. It's not going to hurt. It's really not going to hurt to have someone like this. Zaire Franklin is down to a 79 overall. I'd rather have him and release Zaire. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather release Zaire. I like this move. And then release Zaire or trade him and just get what we can. Even if it's a 6th-round pick, we have a lot of hidden gems in this draft that we're trying to get after. I'm more than okay with it. Let's give him this medium risk offer, see where it puts us on his board. I don't think he really had any other teams interested in him. He does have 9 teams in the hunt. And we are not even on that board, okay? All right, let's reeval then. Let's give him the very player-friendly deal. I'm willing to do 5 years, 8.8 mil. That's pretty dirt cheap. That is pretty dirt cheap. Does that get us up there? Puts us up there at the top. I want to be at the very top. I'll commit to 6 years, $9 million a year for you. That puts us at the top. He's never he's never going to be bad. Oh, I want to be clearly in the lead, man. I really do. I want to be clearly in the lead. 9.5 mil. We've got the money. I don't want to lose someone. Okay, I lied. I'm going to go back to 9 mil. If we lose him, we lose him, I guess. It's not the end of the world, but it would kind of suck. What if we did 7 years like a psycho? Nah, that's silly. I'm going to make sure our offer is more. 9.5 mil. I'm going to make sure it's more. That's just a good player. 81 overall at 25 years of age, star dev. That's good. He can still develop. And there's Christian Harris if no other options present themselves. Cornerback. This is a fucking... Oh, my God. The cornerback room is a retirement home. Look at this nursing home here. I don't want any of these guys. I don't want any of you. Maybe Asante Samuel Jr. Maybe. Keep an eye on him. Maybe. But we don't need a corner. I don't even know what I'm looking at. To be honest with you, I don't know what I'm looking at. Juan Brisker. Ward kind of interested in joining with us. Kicker. I forgot. We do need a kicker, don't we? Where do I see if I have a kicker? Why are all the kickers always so old and shitty, dude? They don't ever have a single good young kicker. There's Riley Patterson. So, yeah, we do need a kicker. This guy's interested in young. Joshua Carty. Who's got the highest kick power? He doesn't. 96. Jake Bates is here. He doesn't have a photo. 98 kick power. Why don't you come be our kicker, huh? Go player-friendly 4-year. Come be our kicker. We need a punter. Not really, but I don't really like our punter, so I would take one if there's one here that's a good option. Matt Ariza has 99 kick power. Long snapper. I'm good. Okay, I think that is going to do it. I think we've targeted 4 players right here. We got Ryan Kelly potentially coming back. We lowballed him so hard that I doubt he accepts this right away. It's probably going to take multiple days of free agency. We're not back on top here. Evan Pace, we got passed up again. Put me on top, please. Back on top. All right, I'm going to click eval. I think this is all that we want. I'm pretty sure this is all that we want. All these players here, that's pretty much all that we want. I don't really see anyone else we need. Obviously, we can go back through and kind of relook, but if we don't get in one of these guys, let's go ahead and eval. 3 of them gone. My signings. All 3, baby. Boom. Let's go. We definitely overpaid a little bit for Ivan Pace, but I'm glad we lowered it back down to 4 years. Now it's no longer a long-term commitment. Zaire Franklin, we'll be seeing ya, bud. Sorry. You're out of there. Ryan Kelly back with the Colts. 1-year deal just to improve our O-line. He may not even start, honestly. Maybe. We'll see. He's there for the depth for sure. Definitely need it, though, in case someone goes down. And we got our O-line gets hurt all the time. Got this kicker locked in. I'm pretty happy with it. Targeted. No one else is targeting Calvin Austin. I don't remember there being any players that I really needed. Wait, weren't there tackles? I just realized we never really went after a tackle. Yikes. Did I forget to do a tackle? Oh, no. You guys are pissed. You guys are big pissed. Tyler Moton still doesn't really have too many offers. Maybe we could move Ryan Kelly to tackle. Is he possible to go tackle? I don't know if he's athletic enough. I don't know if he's athletic enough to go to tackle. 6'4", 307. I don't know if he has the size. Tyler Moton, 24 mil a year is just way too rich for my blood. Way too rich. I'm not liking any of these guys. I think we're going to be drafting a tackle. QBs are there? Out of curiosity. I'm good. Gardner Minshew, we could bring him back. There's Daniel Jones. Surprisingly, no interest. Wow, weird. It's going to do it. Who do we got here still? Waiting on that wide receiver. One more eval remaining. He still only has just us interested in him. He does not accept. He does not accept, so we will move forward another week in free agency. Actually, if we release Zaire Franklin right now, it would save us 5.6 mil, but I think I want to trade him. Oh, shit. I should have done this before. I should have done this before we advanced through the free agency. All right, I'm not looking for any players, okay? Really not looking for any players. Quentin Johnston. Don't need any players. You know, if there's one that's super interesting, then maybe. Ramondre Stevenson. Dante Thornton Jr. is 2373 overall. How do I look into him? Menus are so hard to navigate. View player card. Is this a deep threat receiver? He is a deep threat archetype. 96 speed, 94 acceleration. This is kind of appealing. He's young. He's 70. He's only 23. Deep route 78. Release 76. Spectacular catch 76. I don't know. That's a potential. Definitely interesting. Maybe if I can counter the offer. Give me Dante Thornton Jr. a 5th and a 6th this year, and I am in. I am in. It is accepted. There you go. Zaire Franklin is moving to the Raiders, and in exchange, we get a deep threat, young wide receiver, Dante Thornton Jr., a 5th and a 6th round pick. Look for those gems in this draft. I am quite stoked with that. I don't know if you guys are cool with that. Frankly, I don't care. I'm pretty happy with that. We needed another receiver. Right there he is. New wide receiver 4. 96 speed, 94 acceleration. We could definitely move him around and try to get him. Catching is the only thing that's a little shaky, but it might be the same with Terrell Basley as well. We'll see. All right. Let's advance a week. Is there any other players on the team we want to trade, actually? Definitely looking to doing that now rather than later. Not looking to get rid of any halfbacks. Could maybe move off of Michael Pittman. This is a contract year for him. I don't know if it's really necessary, but Ryan Kelly back. Look at that. Back Gonsalves at guard. Bortolini's younger. We might move him to guard because he's younger and I'd like to see him play. But Gonsalves at 25. He's not gonna develop that much more. So I'm pretty happy with that pickup. Right tackle. Still need a right tackle. We have like no linebackers. Holy cornerbacks. What in the shit, dude? We are just full of practice squad cornerbacks. Man, our cornerback room is kind of old. Maybe we do need a corner. I don't know. These 2 starting corners are pretty good, though. Various Ward's a little slow, that's for sure, but no fast corners in this draft, though. I think we have to hang on to the corners. I think there's anybody else on the team I'd like to move off of right now. We'll see how the season goes. All right, let's advance to stage 2 of free agency. Pretty ecstatic with how stage 1 went. That was phenomenal for us. That was phenomenal. Oh my God, mock draft 5 is already here. This is like the one that's like set in stone. I need to like imprint this into my brain. I need to memorize this. I need to take notes, actually. Oh, I'm just gonna memorize it. All right, final mock draft. This one's almost always set in stone. Nothing really changes from this generally. Chris Love still going 1. Dylan Wolf still 2. Quintavious Tutt 3. Tremaine Evans 4 now instead of 5. He's moved up 1 spot. Jeff Savage has moved down. Nothing too crazy going on here still. Clayton Marshall now going to the Rams. Like I said, they weren't originally going to be drafting a quarterback. That's one thing that'll move people down a little bit is quarterbacks will move up. It's just such an important position. Teams are always going to draft that. Generally, not always, but generally going to draft that before anything else. Although now the Browns aren't taking a quarterback. They signed someone. They must have signed someone. I'll look. Whoops, I should go back to the mock draft. They must have signed someone. We'll look in free agency, see who signed who. I gotta remember to do that. They now have us at 14. We're now drafting 14. I don't really know how we moved back from 13 to 14 when we didn't make the playoffs, but I guess maybe it's probably because strength of like schedule or whatever. They now have us taking right tackle Clayton Nelson. The reason they have us taking him is probably because they know we need a right tackle, not a left tackle. Obviously, I would take a left tackle if he's better and can move over to the right. So something to consider. Clayton Nelson is on my board, though. He is good, but he's around 1 to 2 talent. Doesn't mean he's bad. He's from Notre Dame. Notre Dame lineman, man. Pair him up with Big Q. Notre Dame lineman or something else. Bryce Cook is that left tackle that I was talking about. He's also from Notre Dame. Okay, we got to take one of these Notre Dame tackles, obviously. Run on tackles begins right there. 3 in a row. 5 tackles out of 6 picks right there. Pretty crazy. Blaine Weber, Josh Roman, not someone I'm interested in. Jose Aguirre, Donatello Burke, Nathaniel Mazuj, Brian Ford, Martin, Josh Cochran now going at 30. So need to remember that. I'm going to write this shit down. Terrell Basley does not make it into the first round. Josh Cochran is someone I just have to take. We need a linebacker. He's just an insane athlete with insane. I mean, this guy's got to be a top. I'm surprised he's not a top 5 talent. I'd be shy. He's got to be like 6 or 7. There's just no way. Everything about him looks so insanely good. So we probably will have to make a couple of first round draft picks. Something I really definitely want to do. College pro day results. I don't really care about this, I guess, but maybe it changes some things for us. Do we know of any top 5 talents in the draft? We don't know of a single top 5 talent in the draft. We ran the fastest 40 pro day time. Terrell Basley still right there. He's also 21. That's another reason I want to take him. Jarek Chason. A zone or A man B zone. That's pretty good. Definitely fast. But I don't feel like we need corner this year. Free agents. Let's see who's still here. If there's anybody I'm interested in. Let's see who is signed to where. Where are the big signings? Trey Smith to the Commanders. DJ Reader to the Steelers. Tyler Moton to the Jets. Bobby Wagner to the Titans. We're going to have to play against Bobby Wagner. George Pickens goes to the Eagles. Leaves the Cowboys, goes to the Eagles. The Super Bowl champs, Eagles. Najee Harris to the Bears. Reed Blankenship. Oh, dude. The Titans are loading up on defense on us. Are there any good quarterbacks in this draft? Deshaun Watson to the Rams. Oh, my God. And Marcus Mariota. Anything available in any of these positions that I care about? Oh, Daquan Jones still interested in us. Ah, shit, we still have Calvin Austin. I forgot. I don't really need Calvin Austin anymore. 3.5 mil. That's the new offer. Probably got lower. All right, let us eval, huh? Sign the punter, Matt Ariza, 89 or 99 kick power punter. See you later, Rigoberto Sanchez. I'm tired of your bitch ass. Did we sign him? We did sign him. We now have Calvin Austin for $3.5 million for 1 year. Honestly, we didn't need him anymore, but whatever. Whatever. Let's advance to the free agency recap. Pretty good. Could have used a tackle, but I think we're going to go tackle in the draft now. I'm okay with these signings because they're like 1 year deals that are just going to help us for next year. I wouldn't do these if I was doing a rebuild, but this is different. I'm playing the game. Depth matters. Having backup players and, just having Brian Kelly just to make our line that much stronger, even though he's not going to progress. He's just going to be solid and, it just strengthens our line and we have the money. Might as well. We have the money. There was no one else to get. I'm perfectly okay with it. Ivan Pace now, this is someone that we could develop. He's 25, star dev, 81. He could get up to a 90 overall in a couple years if he plays really, really well. Scouting private workout. All right, scouting private workouts is the last chance to really know a lot about a few more players. Don't know who I even want to go after. I guess I'll look at my favorites and see who we got. Let me go with my favorites. Let me sort by projection. Tremaine Evans was someone that I was going to look into maybe trading up to get if he was like generational. This would be like a trade, a future first round pick in Grover Stewart or something and go up and grab, but he's good. He's obviously actually a top 5 talent, but I don't think he's like insane. He's got C block shed and A to C finesse moves, assuming A finesse moves, and the athletics are not out of this world. So it's just not someone that I really see. Okay, the athletics are actually kind of out of this world. Whatever. We're not taking them. Okay. We're just not doing it. Who do we want to look into more? I don't know enough about like the middle tier, round 2 to 3 talents enough to really know who I want to take. Tight end is an option, not something I feel like I really, really need. I would like to know more about the left tackles. I don't know why they're not 100% scouted. Are they going to be 100% scouted? I don't think they're going to get there, are they? I don't think they're going to get there. We do have some wide receivers down the board. Maybe potentials. We do have some guards. Guard could be something I could look into. So many players. I definitely do want to make sure I get a D tackle, but I'm very dead set on taking, what's his dick down here? Trey Sierra. I know enough about a lot of these players. It's like, who do I really, really need to know a lot about? And I'm having a hard time making that decision. I wish I could sort by favorites and then favorites by position in a clean way. This menu is just so not clean. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose to make it like harder for you to figure out who you want to draft, but it's like so stupid. Quarterbacks, we don't need a quarterback. This was just like, if there's an option, we technically do need a backup quarterback. So it's like, who would I want to take? Dude, this is so messy. It's actually triggering the shit out of me. Receiver, I'm pretty well set on Terrell Basley, who we know he's a round 1 projection and a round 1 talent. Based on the mock draft, he's not going in round 1. Unless we're really caught off guard and surprised, I think this is who we're going to try to take. He's the fastest player in the entire draft. We got to try to get him somehow. Don't know where he's going to go in that second round. Probably not going to take too many chances. Might have to make a significant trade to go up and get him. We'll see. We do have a couple other wide receivers here that I might want to look into in case we don't get him. A couple of wide receivers we know 80% about, which is kind of weird. It's like, bro, if you don't have at least like A to B release and deep route release, what am I even looking at, you know? Whereas that guy here, he has A deep route running and B release. Gotta be good. A spectacular catch. We just gotta get him. That's kind of off the board. Tight end, not necessarily needed. Left tackle, we know so much about so many of these players. Who else do I have favorited? We don't know enough about Jeff Barton. This could be someone we should look into maybe, because maybe he's a round 1 talent and he's 2 years younger than Bryce Cook. That, I think, is someone that we're going to look into. Jeff Barton, I think, will be someone. Go ahead and take off Drew White. We know enough about him. I'm going to go ahead and unfavorite him. How do I unfavorite him? I guess I can't do that here. Other tackles down the board. No other tackles down the board, really. But look into this guard, Joey Gabriel. I'm not sure what about him I really liked. I guess A, run block, B, pass block. What more do I really need to know? Elite strength, A lead block. This is just a good pick. I don't think I need to really look more into him to see if he's someone I would want to draft. He just is a very good player, and he's projected to go around 3 to 4. It is what it is. Also have a right guard who looks really good, Sean Randall, who also has B pass block, B run block, A impact blocking. Not as good physically, not a good lead blocker, but A impact block. This guy doesn't look as good. Not as interested. I love that this doesn't work and we have to redo this every single time. I do love that. It's very fun. Right tackle. We know a lot about these right tackles. If I ever have a potentially undrafted free agent in here favorited, there's usually a reason. Let's see what's going on here with Josh Bernal. C, pass block, B, run block, B, awareness. Pretty good physicals. That's just a decent player, I guess. That's not someone I need to look a ton into. Is there any edge rushers? We do actually need some depth on edge rushing. My issue with all these edge rushers was I couldn't really find any that had good finesse or power moves and good block shedding. Look at them. All F and D block shedding. All very bad. Except for this guy, Zaire Holloway. He's got B power moves and C block shed. That's not horrible. And he's got elite strength. That alone is enough to know that I could take him in the 6th round and be pretty happy. I should favorite him. I don't have him favorited. Same scenario here. Just not good block shedders. Except for Nick Murphy. E tackle. This is where we should probably look into a little bit more. Lance Meredith looks pretty good at A power moves, B finesse moves, and C block shed. And he's only 21. And he's got great strength, great acceleration. This is a pretty good all-around D tackle. Lance Meredith could be someone we look into. I don't know if he's projected to go in the 1st round or not. He's around 1 to 2 talent. Here's a speed rusher. Denzel Venable, 22 years old. B finesse, C block shed. Not really a big fan of his other ratings, but physicals aren't too crazy. I don't think that's going to be an interesting one for us. Don't really need to look into anybody else there. Cam linebacker, anybody here that I really feel like I can't live without? A lot of UDFAs here. A couple Mike linebackers. This is probably good. I want to figure out what I want to do in round 2, 3, 4 in that range. This guy's got elite speed, elite agility, great change of direction. This is going to be one of them. So D Cleary. We'll select him. There's 1 of 3 selected. Max Ringer here, day 3 projection. Good speed, elite acceleration, elite change of direction. Also quite good. As well as Jeff Brink also having really good. I would say I know enough about their attributes to take one. I don't know which one's for sure better. between Ringer and Brink. I just can't make all these round 1 to 2 picks. Of course I like the guys going in round 1 to 2. There's a reason they're going to go round 1 to 2. Obviously. All right, so let's look through my favorites here once again at who I do and do not have selected. Could look into Jeff Barton. Is that one that I talked about? I can't remember. I can't remember anything, dude. I literally can't remember shit. E. Cleary is the guy we chose. I think I'm just going to look into these other 2 wide receivers, honestly. Everyone else I feel good about. I don't know why that just showed me a dash for the first player. I hope that it actually chose the guy, D. Cleary. I'll be kind of pissed if it didn't. That better have just fucking worked. This game is so dog shit if that did not work. Let us advance to the draft. It's time. I am slightly mortified. I'm going to be real with you. I'm terrified. This is big. Draft is a big deal. Don't really know what else to look into here. Take a look at that mock draft once again. Mock draft 5 has us picking at 14. Tackle we really like, Bryce Cook, is going to go at 17. We need to trade back up to get Josh Cochran at 30. All right, so realistically, the game plan here is take a tackle and then move up and get Josh Cochran and then get Terrell Basley in the second round somewhere. The problem is I don't know where Terrell Basley is going to go. He is only the 3rd wide receiver on the board. He might go literally the first pick of round 2. This is a player I really don't want to miss out on. 21-year-old deep threat, fastest player in the draft. Oh, okay. Sweating bullets. All right, let's just begin. 2026 NFL draft is underway, ladies and gentlemen. I am nervous. Sit down, grab some popcorn, grab a drink, and watch as I stress myself out and probably fail miserably. How do I pause? Pause draft. View your draft board. This right here is what we're looking at. This right here is the big board. Terrell Basley, we know, is not planned to go in that first round. The first pick of the 2026 NFL draft here in Madden 26 franchise is going to be Saints selecting quarterback. What was his name? Kyle Love or some shit? Remember his name, bro. Where is he? Bring him out here. Yeah, that's him. Is that him? I thought he was white. I thought they were drafting a white quarterback. Am I mistaken? Hold up. Did something change here? Who the hell is this guy? Okay, it is. It is Mr. Love. Chris Love. That's who it was. Chris Love. Chris Love, quarterback, off the board. Jets, we also suspect, are also going to be taking a quarterback. It looks like they do. They're getting laughed at. Typical Jets draft, am I right? All right. Look, what is he wearing? He looks like the Joker. What is this guy wearing? He is the Joker, dude. This guy's an absolute clown. They drafted a clown. They drafted a literal clown. Here he is, though. Mr. Something Wolf. This was the white quarterback. I got you. Those two didn't flip. Dylan Wolf. Gone. Yep, now we do think it's going to be Quantavious Tutt right here. It is indeed. We're going to watch the top 5, and then we'll go a little bit quicker. There he is, Quantavious Tutt. First left tackle off the board. Top 5 projection for this guy. I wasn't a big fan of him, to be honest. I think he's around 1 to 2 talent. Is that what I remember seeing? Maybe he was worse. Maybe he was around 3 to 4 talent. I don't know. They clap for him, though, which is usually a good sign. Now the Cardinals. We believe this is going to be defensive tackle Tremaine. What was his name? Tremaine Edmonds? Is that what it was going to be? Here he is being booed off the stage. And he is stoked about it. This draft animation. This shit is so goofy. This shit is so goofy. What is he wearing, bro? The fits are crazy. There he is. Tremaine Evans, not Edmonds. Evans. There he is. And now with the 5th pick in the draft, the Giants, I don't remember who they're taking here. I think it's a corner, if I recall. Jeff Savage, cornerback. Go ahead and skip. All right, we're going to skip around now. See who the Browns pick. Jimmy Beckham. Jimmy Beckham, left tackle. And now who are they taking here? Cornerback, I believe. Yep. Cornerback Cordell Upshaw. We don't have to worry about anybody we want going ahead of us. We know that for a fact. Everybody we want goes after our pick. Another left tackle off the board. Marwin Sajka. Now it's the Titans. Who are they taking? Who are they taking? Was that a cornerback? Wide receiver Will Carmichael. First wide receiver off the board. Our guy is the second wide receiver. So once that second wide receiver goes off the board, that's when I'm going to have to look into trading up. I don't believe there's projected to be another wide receiver in this whole first round. It's nothing but like quarterbacks, cornerbacks, left tackles, D tackles. That's like all that's about to come off the board here. There goes Clayton Marshall, quarterback to the Rams. Commanders at 11. Defensive tackle Lance Meredith. Isn't that someone we looked at that was a potential like round 3 to 4 projection or something. Maybe. I don't remember. Lance Meredith. That was someone we were potentially interested in if he was going to be further on down the board. He is not. Pierre Street, cornerback to the Bengals. Vikings take Rashawn Pollard, cornerback. Make our selection. I got to make sure not to click simulate. Got to make sure not to accidentally fuck up here. So, we could take Drew White. He's around 2 to 3 talent, so I don't know why we would. We could take Caesar Soto, around 1 to 2 talent. We could take our boy Terrell Basley, someone we really, really, really want in this draft, but he's just not projected to go in the first round. So why should we take him here? Why should we take him here? The tackle I like the most in this whole draft, Bryce Cook, is here and available. If we look at him, he's got B pass block, B run block, A impact, A awareness, elite strength. He looks really, really good. He looks really, really good, and we know he's around 1 talent. But there's another right tackle right here, Clayton Nelson, who looks borderline as good. Slightly worse run blocking, slightly worse physicals. Maybe not quite as good. Wasn't there another one? Barton. We don't quite know as much about, but he's got B pass block, A run block. Much better physicals. Wow, this might have been someone I should have looked into. What do we get if we move down a little bit? We have a lot of options at tackle that I'm not going to be mad about. I'm not like super married to the idea of one specific tackle. There's 3 good options. I'm down to let one of them go off the board and then take someone if it means we can get more picks so that way we can move back in the second round earlier in the second round. What offers are we going to get on this first round pick? I'm not interested in future first rounders. I'm only interested in picks this draft, to be honest, or future. I guess I am interested in potential future first rounders that we could trade. Vikings want to give us 2 future first rounders, but they don't give us a pick this first round, which is not an option. We have to be picking again this draft at like 20th or something. This isn't a horrible option for San Francisco. It's not horrible. It's not good, but it's not horrible. This is the trade we need to make to get Mr. Cochran. Let's see if the Rams are willing to give us a little bit more. To move back to 19 where the Rams are, which I know has Bryce Cook going ahead of us at 17, but I'm not going to be super pissed about it if he does. Or will I? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, hold on. GM's office. Where's the trades at? Trade center. 25. 18 with the Broncos could be good. The more we move back, the better. We want to make someone pay to move back up, I guess. Will they give us a first next year to move up? It's pretty silly of them, but it's Madden. You never know. I'm going to see what happens when I submit this. Actually, fuck it. I'm greedy. Give us a 5th this year, too. Not accepted. No, didn't really figure. What about without the 5th? All right, perhaps not the Rams then. Maybe someone we move back just a little bit more with. There's the Seahawks original offer. Don't like it as much. Really don't like that Rams offer. I get they're not moving up that much. That's why we want someone who has to move up a lot more. 49ers, that's not a bad option, but it's not ideal. Liking this 49er offer. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with this 49er offer, which was 1st and a 2nd this year, and then like a 5th. We're going to get greedy and put like a 4th this year. They're not going to accept this, but we're going to see how close this is for our first round pick this year. If this goes through, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to let the draft go, and we're going to see where the tackles fall and where I have to trade back up. This trade is accepted. We have officially traded away the 14th pick in the draft down to 29 to gain another 2nd this year and a 4th this year. We are no longer in the top 15 of this draft. Let's see what goes on here with the tackles. We have to make sure Jeremy Cochran does not get taken either, who is at 30. He's projected to go 30, so no one in front of us should take him. I would be so upset if that were to happen. San Francisco 49ers move up to take Mario Edwards. Caesar Soto, who was one of the tackles I was looking into, off the board. I believe he was the 4th most interesting tackle prospect for me. I think there's still 3 that I like. Oh, yeah, because I haven't favorited. We still have Drew White I'm not interested in. We still have Blaine Weber I'm not interested in. So we still have Bryce Cook and Jeff Barton. I think when one of those 2 goes off the board, I'll move back up. Bryce Cook is off the board. Bryce Cook is off the board. That was projected to go to them regardless. A little surprising that they took him. Bound to stick around for either Clayton Nelson or Jeff Barton. I'm okay with either of those 2. Drew White gone. Not someone I was concerned about. Clayton Nelson is gone. I think it's time for us to move up. I don't want to risk losing the other Jeff Barton. We don't know that much about, but he looks as good as Drew White or as Bryce Cook, if not better. So, all right, what's it going to take to get the Seahawks pick? They just straight up want Quentin Nelson. They want future first, a second. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, this is just not something I can do. This one I can do. A 2028 first is more than doable. You're not getting either of my second round picks. I straight up would do this trade. I would trade you a first 2 years from now for this first round pick. I'm going to just straight up offer him that. Don't know if it'll go through. Not even close. Okay, I got you. All right, I got you. What about a future second and third? What about a future second? If we do a first and a future second. First and a third this year. I think we're almost there. Go with the fourth this year. So close. All right, I think throwing on like a seventh next year ought to do it. God damn, it's so close. Okay, a sixth next year. Jesus. They're being sticklers. I think this is going to be the trade. Our first round pick 2 years from now. A second round pick next year. A third round pick this year. A fourth round pick this year. And a sixth next year. That's going to be the trade. So we're trading away a third and a fourth this year. A second and sixth next year. And a first 2 years from now. Then move back into the first round. Take a tackle right here. Going to make our selection. Pick a player. Tyrell Basley, we're not going to take because we don't think he's going to go off the board until the second round. We don't want Blaine Weber. We could take him. We do know for sure he's around 1 to 2 talent. I'm thinking Jeff Barton is going to be the play here. He is B pass block, A run block, A awareness, and I think he had better physicals than Bryce Cook with elite acceleration, elite agility, elite jumping. Solid strength is decent enough, and good speed is decent enough. Tackles, you want them to be athletic. F injury is definitely a bit of a concern, as is D to F stamina, but this, I think, is going to be our selection. Jeff Barton, welcome to the Colts, our new right tackle of the future. Stud finder, trophy earned. Why is it a stud finder? Is he a top 5? Tell me he's a top 5 talent. Look at him. He looks good. He's one of the few that actually looks like an offensive tackle. The haircut, maybe not, but he doesn't look weird like some of these other players. They've actually added some faces that don't look horrendous. Jeff Barton, welcome to the Colts. I'm excited about this. B-. He was the rank 31 in true value. We drafted him at 20. He played college basketball for 2 years. He processes blitzes quickly and effective. He's quick feet, strong hands, and pass protection. He is hidden development. Love that. I'm more than happy with this pick. Don't know what his overall is going to be. Probably like a 75-ish. But he's also only 21 years old, which is another advantage. He's very, very young. He should hopefully progress very, very quickly. Now there's nothing left to keep our eye on other than wide receivers. There should not be a wide receiver going in the first round. There's Juan Garcia off the board. Josh Roman off the board. Blaine Weber. There goes Blaine Weber. We'll have to take a look at how good he was. Looking at the draft board, there's really not too many other players we were interested in other than Dontello Burke here. But we know... Wait, where's Cochran? Oh my God. Okay, he's way down here. Josh Cochran. Almost fucking pissed myself. Josh Cochran is a must draft. Must draft this guy. Buffalo Bills taking Jose Aguirre, center. Bears taking Dontello Burke. Potential draft pick for us. However, we really want Josh Cochran, who is not projected to go ahead of us. I will be pissed if he goes ahead of us. Nathaniel Maizuz. Keon Wiley, cornerback for Green Bay. The Chiefs select Brian Ford, center. And it is once again our selection where I will be picking Josh Cochran, who is projected to go to the Texans right behind me. So there is no room to move back in this draft. Again, Tyrell Basley is not projected to go in the first round, and there's another wide receiver that should go ahead of him. So we will see. We will see. Josh Cochran. This guy just looks incredible. Unbelievable. I don't know how he's not a top 5 talent. He's got to be top 6 or he's got to be in the top 10 for sure. He's got A pursuit, B tackle, A zone coverage, elite speed, elite acceleration, elite agility, elite change of direction. This is going to be my new linebacker that I user. He's only 22 years old. D injury is a bit of a concern, but everything else is A's and B's. F power moves, F finesse moves. I don't care. He's not going to be, maybe he'll blitz here and there, but let's just hope he's the wide open blitzer. All there is to it. F block shedding is a bit of a concern on run downs, but we've been good against the run. Not super concerned. Jeff Cochran, welcome to the Indianapolis Colts. This is the player I wanted the most out of anyone in the draft. By far. Defense needs an upgrade. This is the upgrade we've been looking for. There he is. There he is, Mr. Cochran. Beautiful. 17 in true value. We got him at 29. More than enough speed to play linebacker in NFL. More than enough. He's fast. He's the fastest linebacker in the draft, I think. High football IQ, stands out on film, gets good depth when dropping into zone. He's normal dev. His athletics are insane. We're going to be using him. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. A man coverage, A zone. Even if we don't use him, he's going to be fine. I cannot believe he is not hidden dev, though. That is very shocking. Who are the Texans going to pick here? Martin Blatchford. Eagles. I can't remember who they're taking, like a safety or something. Tight end, that's right. And the Eagles are taking, I think, a corner or something. Is it going to show me in the top right? Who do they just pick? Philadelphia selection. Who did they pick? Xavier Horton. Here's where I'm concerned. I have picked 46 and 61. What's it going to take to move up to the Saints right here and make sure that no one steals my wide receiver? Because if you look at the draft board, there's only 2 wide receivers left here. There's 3 that are round 1 projections. The CPU is not always going to take the top one. They're not always going to take the top one. They will go down sometimes to pick a better player. Tyrell Basley from South Carolina, it would crush me to see him go off the board. It would crush me. He's the fastest player in the draft. It would crush me. Let's take a look here. The Saints in need of a wide receiver? That's entirely possible. Who do they got at wide receiver? I don't know if they take a wide receiver here. But also, is it worth risking if I can get this pick? What do they want? Tarvarius Ward? They want a first next year? You're out of your fucking mind. Okay, I think just our 2 first-round picks this year will do it. I'm more than happy with doing that. Take these 2 picks right here. I want to get a little greedy and see if I can get a third. Sure, this is not going to go through, but I'm going to offer it. What if I throw in another one of my 4th-round picks? Trade accepted. We're moving our other 2 second-round picks and a 4th-round pick for the Seahawks' 2nd and 3rd-round pick. We're moving up to number 33 in the draft to take our guy, Tyrell Basley. He better be good. He better be good. He's got A deep route, B release. He doesn't have great catching, but he has A spectacular catch. Needs to work on simple concentration drops. We know that, but we're not going to be throwing those to him very often. He's only 21 years old, which is always a plus. Exceptional body control on the sidelines. No issue climbing ladder to make catches. Avoids big hits. Excels at creating yards after the catch. Physically, he's insane. So fast. Fastest player in the draft by far. Number 2 in the combine somehow, but number 1 with his pro day. Skills are there. Obviously, there's a lot of D in there, but I'm not so worried about it. This might be a bit of a reach. We know he's a round 1 talent, so it actually can't be a reach. Just hope he has hidden dev. I just hope he has hidden dev. If he doesn't, we got Dante Thornton. We'll have these 2 compete for that job. See who plays better in the preseason. But we're excited about it. Kids Miguel's lot is pumped up. People are cheering. There he is. He's not at the draft. Even though he's a round 1 projection, he knew no one was taking his ass. Number 14 in true value. We draft him at 33. Track speed. Strong hands make catches through contact. Several wow catches on film. Please hidden dev. Normal dev. I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to be hidden dev. Fine. It's not the end-all, be-all. Doesn't matter as much because we're playing him. I just care. Can my man beat someone down the field and make a catch? That's honestly all I give a shit about. That's really all I care about. You can't teach speed. You cannot teach speed. All right. Who else do we have on the draft board? Who else could we care to really choose here? Ooh, Colin Howard that we looked into is a potential UDFA. Oh, glad we didn't draft him as the other deep threat option. Justin Arelinus. Round 3 to 4 talent. Also someone I'm not interested in. Tight end. This is not a need. Not something I would want to move up for. I think I'm okay with waiting around until the 3rd or 4th round and getting D Cleary here. Or maybe one of these guards. These guards both look really, really good. Can't remember which one I prefer, but I think we're just going to calmly move through the rest of this round now and see what goes on. There goes Manny Cole. Who is that? Is that the other wide receiver? It wasn't. I was going to say Jalen Brazil was the other receiver. Manny Cole. Curious. Wide receiver Jalen Brazil. There he goes. So wide receivers weren't going to go quick. We probably needed to move up to this pick. I know Tyrell Basley is not in dev. It matters more in simulation rebuilds. It does not matter as much when you're actually playing the game. You guys have seen me take normal dev players up to superstar. It can happen. DeJuan Starling. Man, it is a run on wide receivers. Left edge Earl Dobson. We are not really in the market for an edge until later in the draft, just for depth. So there's really no other needs on the team other than I would like to probably get better at guard. And I really have to make sure I get that I really have to make sure I get that gem D tackle that I've really been looking at. We'll figure out when we want to take him. I don't know what all picks I have left. There goes Deshaun Kinney. Can't remember if that was someone I was looking at. Who are my favorites left? I think Deshaun Kinney was a cornerback that I was looking at. He was like the only other corner that I would maybe consider taking, but I'm not trading up for that. I don't need corner. Look at all these day 3 UDFA picks that I really like. That's where all the depth pieces are going to come. That's where we're going to find the gems, baby. Brady Tatum, gone. Matthias Romeo. Eric McLeod, that was a guy I think I looked at. Our next pick is actually round 3, pick 1. Oh, shit, I accidentally just skipped to it. Whoops. All right, who's here? Who's here at round 3, pick 1? Wow, these tight ends are still here. That usually means they're trash, to be honest. Of my favorites, no one here I'm, like, dying to have. Although, wait, the guards are gone. One of the guards got taken, huh? Guard has elite strength, A run block, B pass block. Definitely wanted to focus more on defense, but I think I'd rather trade this pick away. 75. What pick are we right now? What pick is round 3, pick 1? What draft pick is round 3, pick 1? 65th. Yeah, okay, so we moved down 10. Oh, I can see it right there. I'm an idiot. Right. I just want to make sure I get all the players I really want. And I definitely want a guard. 74 from the Eagles. I think I like that Commanders trade. Or the guys I like on the board. I think the problem is there's only like one more guard left. There is another Mike that goes off the board. He's way down here for left guard, but he is the only other guard. Do we have other guards that we liked? I can't remember. I think we're getting slim pickings on our mid-round picks here. I think it's just we should take D. Cleary. Why risk it? We're decent enough at guard. We don't necessarily need this either. Ooh, the Eagles have around 666 right after us, huh? Well, they got that from us, didn't they? Or did they? I don't remember. And they're just not going to do this. Actually, not that far off. Alrighty, trade accepted. We are trading this year's 3rd and our last 2 picks of, the very last 6th round pick and our very last 7th round pick, and a 4th in 2 years for the Eagles, both of their 3rd round picks. We're moving back 1 and then a little bit more. Oh, wait, yeah, we're moving back to 74. You got to hope that the guard and D. Cleary don't go off the board. I'm just going to hope that that guard doesn't go off the board. Losing D. Cleary kind of sucks. Not end of the world, but it's less than ideal. It is a player I wanted. Hey, if no one else is here, there's still value for us to have here. There's still Bernard Reynolds here. Why the hell do I have him favorited? That motherfucker sucks. Jags just took a quarterback in round 2, which is kind of crazy. All right, we just got to survive 2 more picks for our left guard. Wait, there just went Bernard Reynolds. Didn't I just talk about him? Oh, no, I said that guy sucked. All right, we're here. We're going to make our selection here. I'm okay with losing, what's his name? We have good starting linebackers. I'm going to be honest. It's not the end of the world. However, I do want a little bit more depth on the O-line. Joey Gabriel looks really, really good to me. Physically, he has elite strength. All the other physicals are pretty good, but he's got A run block, B pass block, A in a lot of categories that you really like. We're going to draft him right here at pick 74, I believe it is. People are clapping. That's a good sign. Welcome to the Indianapolis Colts, Mr. Joey Gabriel, or whatever your name was. I probably should remember, but I don't because I'm stupid. There he is. He's stoked, and we're stoked to have him. Let's hope it's another hidden dev player. A- number 2 in true value. Wow. We took him at 74. Is hidden dev with 97 strength. My dude is jacked. He's humongous. He's going to be really good. He might be like an 80 overall. He might immediately move to our right guard, and now our O-line is all in the 80s. It's going to be dominating. Very pleased with that pick. What else do we got here favorited? Is there anybody else that we are just dying to have that's projected to go here pretty soon? These quarterbacks are kind of whatever. Obviously, it's not a necessity for us. It was just kind of like if we really wanted, but honestly, none of these guys look that good. Connor Barnett. I pretty much just picked quarterbacks with elite throw power. You guys got B deep accuracy, B play action, A under pressure. Doesn't look horrible, but we don't need a quarterback. I think it's silly to take a quarterback when you have one. It's kind of just purely like a 6th or 7th round guy just for a backup. Maybe he works out, maybe he doesn't. Trey Sierra is someone we have to pick. I'm probably going to pick him in the 4th round. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I would be crushed if he's gone. Someone I absolutely very, 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 very deeply want. We got these 3 D tackles here. That is a position of need. Not really a position of need, but a position of want. The guys I like are all day 3 picks. Oh, these guys are deep down here. Not that spectacular. All right, I'm mainly just looking if there's anybody else I feel like I cannot live without that could potentially go this round. And honestly, there's not. There's really not. Max Ringer I do like, but I don't really think I need him. I think we'll actually just skip ahead to our next pick. Take a look at that board. See if there's anybody I recognize. I don't see anybody on that board that I was dying to have that we didn't get. Who's on the board here that we could potentially pick or trade back? I would like to recoup some of my future picks. Definitely something I'm interested in. We traded away a lot of future picks, but we needed, you know, we had a lot of holes to fill. Quarterback here, not taking. Not taking any of these guys. Other than that, there's no one looking like they're going to go anytime soon that we are super interested in. Are there any edge rushers that I look like I need to have? All these edge rushers look dog water. All right. We're going to be trading away this pick. See if we can recoup a future pick. That's really what I want to do here. I want like a future third, or there's no way I'm going to get a future second. But all right, let's just take this without really thinking too much about it. We're trading away the last pick of the third round to the Rams for a 2027 third round and another sixth round pick this year, which again is not something we need. And if we do want to pick someone, we can pick right here in 2 spots. But I can tell you there's probably not going to be anybody here that we need either. No way. Is that Trey Sierra? Oh my God. I saw Mike Sara and I thought it was Trey Sierra, the guy that I really, really want. I was about to lose my mind. Who drafts a potentially undrafted free agent this round? Maybe I should, just to make sure I get him. It would be kind of devastating. There's so many D tackles that should go before him. Like, I just don't know. There's no way anybody's going to reach that hard for him. There's no way, right? Look at all these D tackles. There's no way someone comes all the way down here, right? I'm going to trade away this pick because I want more for future picks. There's a 3rd and a 5th next year. We're going to take that 3rd and a 5th next year. And I'm going to fucking close my eyes, skip to my next pick, and just hope that Mr. Sierra is there. He's there. Okay. I didn't see him. I'm taking him right here. I don't care if this is a reach. I'm taking him right here. I'm not missing out on this guy. I'm not missing out on this guy. This is the only other player I absolutely have to have this draft. I'm not missing out on him. I don't think taking him in the 5th is too crazy, because I really think he could be like a top 20 player. This is like a true gem in this draft. There he is. Trey Sierra. We've gotten every player I really wanted, to be honest. Yes, he's a 65 true value. We drafted him at 131. Not a reach in the slightest. He is hidden dev. He's strong as shit. He's got A play rec, B block shed, A finesse, B awareness, B tackle. This guy's good. This guy's so good. This is our DeForest Buckner or Grover Stewart replacement. Absolutely geeked on that. Skip to my next pick. What picks do I have left? And what picks do I feel like I even still need? What more do we really need? I only have 3 more picks in this draft. I am going to actually use all those picks. No more trading back or up or down for me. I'm just going to see who we got and take the best player I can find. So who will be taken here again in the 5th round that I really like? There's a halfback I was looking at, and there's an edge here, Josh Jenkins. What did I like about Josh Jenkins? I guess I liked great speed and elite acceleration, as well as B finesse moves. It's depth at a position of need. Might not be a good pick. People are cheering, which is usually a good sign. Hopefully he's a good player. Don't need him to be one of the best. Just need him to be top 150, you know. Potentially undrafted free agent. Looking oddly familiar like our tackle that we drafted. Must be related. 137. We took him at 142. More than enough. He's not hidden dev. That's okay. Just depth. Just a depth piece. Team needs is punter, long snapper, kicker, center, and a mic. We definitely don't need another center. I don't know what they're talking about. Apparently we could use another mic linebacker. There's just a bunch of D tackles here, which I don't really need. A bunch of wide receivers that I don't need. There's another right tackle here that I don't really need. So it's going to be one of these linebackers, I would say. Who looks better out of these 3 linebackers? This guy looks crazy. Jeff Brink. Pulling up the Brinks truck. Jeff Brink, 6'2", 221, 23 years old from Pittsburgh. He's left-handed. Got B tackle, A zone. He's got elite speed, great acceleration, A zone coverage, B man coverage. We're going to take Jeff Brink right here. I think we're being laughed at. I guess we're being laughed at. We're being booed. How? This guy's an athletic freak with A zone coverage, B man coverage. Maybe he gets moved back to safety. We got laughed at. Okay, 252. Is he literally the worst player in the draft? 86 speed is not that great. All right, whatever. We took a shot. Next pick. Let's make our selection. What else do we need? There's so many D tackles. It's actually insane. A3 D tackle talent still around. He's got elite speed, I guess is the only reason I saved him. Okay, of the guys I favorited, they didn't like the other ones I picked. How do they feel about these guys? Elite speed, elite acceleration from Manny Colon. C zone, C man, B block shed, B pursuit, B stamina, C play rec. Doesn't look too bad. This is our last pick in the draft, by the way. What about Josh Castro? Elite speed, good acceleration. Not as good ratings, so he's probably not the option. So it's either Manny Colon or Deron Russell. I don't really know what I liked about him aside from athletic, and he's just a pass-catching archetype running back, which sometimes leads to they just have good dev traits, which is bizarre, but this is not really a need. I'm pretty comfortable with our linebackers. What about another tackle? I don't think we need another tackle. I think we just need linebacker. We just need linebackers. We're going to take Manny Colon. We're going to draft Manny Colon right here. Hopefully they don't laugh at me. You're cheering. That's good. So maybe it was a swing and a miss on the last linebacker. Maybe it'll be a hit on this linebacker. Show me Manny Colon. Let's see that Colon. There he is. There he is. Stoked as ever to be a Colt. 176. We drafted him at 190. Looks good. Enough speed to play linebacker in the NFL. Needs more time in film room. Power moves need better technique. Normal dev. Okay. It's okay. What do you expect from these 6th-round draft picks? We don't have another pick, right? This should just go to the end of the draft. That's going to do it for our 2026 NFL draft. Overall, I feel very good about it. We're going to do the draft recap here. I got really every player I wanted at the positions that I wanted. I'm curious to see who we passed on that maybe we shouldn't have. So let's take a look. Draft recap. Hey, not bad. Jeff Barton is a 74 overall. He could potentially start. He likely will be starting. I would have liked his overall to be higher, but he's only 21 years old. Maybe we'll give him a big boost in training camp. And honestly, you know, I feel so good about our other left guard. We got Joey Gabriel. This guy's an 80 overall. We could maybe even move him over if we had to. I don't know if we should, but it's possible. He's got very similar speed, acceleration, agility, and change of direction. I mean, we could potentially do that. If we see that being a need midway through the season, it could be an adjustment we make. Darrell Basley is a 76 overall, which is better than Dante Thornton, who we actually picked up. 96 speed, 94 acceleration. We knew he was very fast. Josh Cochran is a 75 overall. Pretty solid. 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 agility. I think he should have like a 90 change of direction as well. 81 change of direction. That's pretty good. Any other standouts? Trey Sierra is a 72 overall D tackle. Just a gem in the draft. Someone I knew we had to pick. Glad we got him. I will say I'm very happy that our draft class is very, very young. Only a couple 23-year-olds, and they're just going to be depth pieces anyway. Overalls on these guys are pretty low, but it's okay. They're backups. It is what it is. Let's check out the overall draft. We know we got the number 2 player in the draft, which is crazy. Who'd we pass on? Montavious Tutt was only a 74. That's someone we could have potentially moved up for. Jimmy Beckham only a 75. Martin Sojka a 74. Cesar Soto was someone we favored. He's only a 75. We passed on him. Bryce Cook is the real guy that we really passed on. He was a 77 overall, so definitely better. But he's also 2 years older. So, you know, you get what you get. You get what you get. Who's the highest overall in the draft? They said he was the number 2 rated player in the draft. He's the number 1. We got the best player in the draft. We got the best player in the draft in round 3. Oh, I'm stoked on it. I'm stoked on it. We're going to actually go ahead and move him over to right guard instantaneously. He's going to be our starting right guard. Joey Gabriel, right guard. There's no way that changes his overall. Basically not possible. Oh, there he is. Jeff Savage was a 79 overall. Manny Cole was a 78 overall. So a better wide receiver than us, but not faster. I just cared about speed and deep threat. That's really all I need. If there's anybody else we really missed on that I was looking to get. Oh, Basley actually is very good. He just has normal dev. But that's not the end-all be-all, as I've tried to explain to you guys. It does matter a lot when you're doing rebuilds and simming. When you're actually playing the game, it doesn't matter as much. Any other gems in this draft we could have picked up? Mr. Meredith was a 75 overall. Dontello Burke was someone we looked into. We got Josh Cochran, who, once again, I don't think he wasn't hidden dev, right? I think we only got 2 hidden dev players, which is not a big deal. You're not always going to get hidden dev players. Who was the fastest player in the draft? Richard Walsh was 99 speed, 96 acceleration. But if I recall, his hands are positively dog shit. They're not horrible, but his deep route running is bad. His release is bad. Yeah, I mean, all that speed, what does it matter really if the guy can't, you know, what does it really matter if the guy can't actually... Let's take a look at the draft of some of the guys we traded with. Just out of curiosity. We traded with the Commanders. They sucked. We traded with the Eagles. Holy draft picks. Look how many picks these motherfuckers got. They got like 10 picks, and none of them are good. Their tight end is just okay. We traded with the Niners. They only got 3 picks. What happened to their draft? Did we steal the whole thing? I guess we did. We traded with the Raiders. They got some okay pieces. Traded with the Rams. Ooh, they got a good quarterback. All right, all right, all right. All right, once again, I want to look at our draft one more time. We got Jeff Barton here. Hidden dev left tackle. We're going to start him at right tackle. He could be superstar X Factor. You got to keep that in mind. Jeff Cochran is normal dev. Terrell Basley, normal dev. Joey Gabriel, we know is hidden dev. Trey Sierra, I think this guy's normal dev, right? No, he is hidden dev, of course. Awesome. 3 hidden dev players. 3 hidden dev players. I don't think anybody else was hidden dev. Take a look at the roster. See if there's anything we need to adjust. We need to get another backup quarterback. Halfback room, we could do better than Dwayne McBride, I can tell you that. Wide receiver room is stacked. Might need to make some cuts. Anthony Gould might be getting cut. Might be getting cut. We got some speed demons in here now, baby. We got 3 speed demons. We got Terrell Basley, Dante Thornton, and Calvin Austin. One of these guys has to be a deep threat. And I hope it's going to be Terrell Basley. We're going to really try him out, especially in the preseason. Tight end. Tight end room is okay. Would like something better than Will Mallory, but I'm not going to be super upset about it. We did re-sign Jelani Woods. He's up to a 72. Left tackle. We are going to move Jeff Barton over to right tackle right away. Can we make him number 69? Jeff Barton's going to be number 69. Nice. I'm not going to spoil the dev. I want that to be something that unfolds over the season that we learn. Here's our center room. Now we have Ryan Kelly and Tanner Bortolini. Bortolini is up to a 77. We may need to move him somewhere where he can get more reps. But, I mean, this room is solid now. Joey Gabriel, 80 overall, just stepping in at 22 years old. He's phenomenal. Now at right tackle, Jeff Barton. Jalen Travis, not a bad backup either. Our O-line looks really good to me. Left edge, we could probably use some more depth here. Yeah, only having 3 edge players is certainly not enough. Definitely going to need to pick up some people in free agency. Defensive tackle room is pretty set. Tim Smith, we can probably drop. Don't really need him. You only really need 3 or 4 D tackles. Trey Sierra looking pretty good. Sam linebacker. I have to move someone to Sam. I don't know who that's going to be. Carlisle might be staying at Mike. I don't know. I really like his production at Mike. Don't know who's going to go where. Maybe Josh Cochran will go over to Sam. I don't really know. I do like how fast he is, though. Is Jalen Carlisle? He's the same speed acceleration as Jalen Carlisle, but he has way better agility and change of direction. He might feel way better to play than Jalen Carlisle. He might be our new Mike. Jeff Brink, not bad either on the athletic scale. Cornerback room, I don't know why we have a million corners. We just do. It is what it is. Cornerback room was set before the draft started. Some of our guys are definitely getting older. They're definitely kind of slow, but it's just going to, it's just going to be, it is what it is. That's what we're going to have to work with. Free safety. Maybe we move one of these corners back to safety. We have Nick Cross. Wrong safety. We've got Cam Bynum and Daniel Scott. Got our kicker. Our punter, Rigoberto Sanchez. You are cut, my dude. We're going to go ahead and release you. Sorry, not sorry. Don't care about the penalty. Don't want him on my team. And next year, we actually have 2 first-round picks. Oh, no, that was this year. Next year, we only have 1 first-round pick, 3 thirds, a fourth, and 2 fifths. We can probably move back up if we need to with that ammo. 2028, we don't have a first-round pick. Our hope is that this foundation we've built right here is going to be all we need, but we'll see. We will see. Is this where you go to look for undrafted free agents? All right, let us advance. Let us advance the official conclusion of the 2026 draft. I'm very pleased with it. Very pleased. We got pretty much everybody we wanted. Training camp, all that good stuff. Honestly, all that might wait for the next episode. We'll see. I want you guys to have a reason to come watch the next episode to really see how these guys are going to perform. Let's look, though. Are there any free agents? Undrafted free agents? Who do we got? Here they are. I'd have to look through all these on my own. I'm going to do that. Okay, I went through pretty much every single undrafted free agent in the game. And all I found was this star dev blocking tight end. Shit, where is he? I swear to you, I found one. Don't tell me it was this guy. Jonathan Lopez. It wasn't this guy, right? No. Well, I found a star dev blocking tight end. Where was he? Was it Batista here? Was he not a blocking? Wait, was it Enrique Cantu? It was. Enrique Cantu, he's only a 62 overall, but he's star dev. He's big as hell. Bro is 261, but he looks fat. I don't know why he looks so fat. But he's got a 80 speed, terrible catching, and pretty bad route running. Yeah, but decent blocking, I suppose, kind of. Maybe not really. I don't know. I'll take a chance on him, see what happens. You know, maybe he develops pretty quickly. Need practice squad guys anyway. We'll pick him up. And then there was one other player that I found, which is not at a position that we need at all. But here in Jacquez Hunter here in the cornerback position as star dev. But he is a slot archetype, which is not bad. And he's got decent speed, decent acceleration. Zone coverage is terrible. His man coverage is pretty bad. His play rec is decent, though. He maybe could be someone that we put at a safety position. I don't know. We'll sign him anyway. He'll be a practice squad guy. If he develops really quickly, then cool. If he doesn't, whatever. No harm, no foul. Otherwise, I went through pretty much everyone. There's not really anybody else that I really super want. I don't know if there's some high overalls in here at some positions, but not really at any positions we really need, especially that I feel like paying. I don't like that he doesn't have a picture. I would pick him because we need an edge, but I literally don't want to pick him just because he doesn't have a picture. But hey, if he has a dev trait, maybe I would do it. No, of course not. Why would he have a dev trait? Obviously. All right, let's take a look at the team if we can. I think I gotta organize some shit. Honestly, I want to put Terrell Basley as wide receiver number 2. Maybe even as wide receiver 1. But here's our new look offense. Right now, the offensive line looks amazing. Incredibly good now. It was a weakness last season. No chance it's a weakness this season. Even if we do end up losing Ryan Kelly, we do still have Tanner Bortolini behind at a 73. It's not bad. It's serviceable. Maybe he'll get better, too, by the end of the year. We gotta generate the lineup over here, too. Come on now. Actually, wait. I think this is the lineup. Although some positions will be moved around. I think Mr. Cochran here will be moved over to Mike, linebacker. And Carlisle will move over to Will, and I will no longer be using Carlisle. I want to develop Cochran. He's super young and he's super fast. I want to try to play as him since he's so fast. And then we got Trey Sierra down here as our new DT3. I don't want to start him because, you know, I just want our best players in there. We need some edge depth. We literally have basically none. Corner-wise, we're doing okay still. Kenny Moore would not be our corner 1. It's supposed to be like this. Realistically, it's supposed to be like that. Kenny Moore is pretty much strictly a interior corner, not really a boundary corner. He's a slot corner. There's our new punter and kicker. Just much more power behind him. Basley is a returner. Love that. That's great. We can maybe even move Austin in there as a returner. Anthony Gould has been okay, but why not try these new guys out? Everything here looks just fine. Say maybe Cochran will become our sub linebacker just due to speed, just because of how fast he is. Still don't have a good receiving back. Jonathan Taylor, not the best receiving back. Maybe we will sign someone. That's for another day and another time. Guys, our defense is up to an 87 somehow. What did we do? I guess just DevOps? I don't know, but I'm stoked on that. Our defense was so bad last year. Definitely something that we're going to make a priority this year. In the next episode, we'll do the training camp and we'll do the preseason. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, you guys think we had a good draft, please leave a like, leave me comments down below. Let me know what mistakes I made or who you would have picked up, who I should have picked up, who I didn't pick up, who I woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda picked up. And yeah, honestly, all the training camp, I might do it off camera. I hate doing it on camera. Those drills are so boring. Yeah, I might do that. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave a like. If you don't leave a like, I'll hate you forever. Bye.